Yo, 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 yo. I'm super early. And then I'm inside of inside a StreamYard, so I'm not live on YouTube. But do me a favor, if you're on YouTube, put something in the chat for me. Let me know that you can hear me. And let's get the thumbs up real quick. You come in, let's go. Because tonight we in Astro mode. Put something in the chat for me. All right, so I see something up here to say comments. There we go. All right, Crypto Him King. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? Hey, Rashida, what's happening? All right, all right, all right, all right. Cool, man. So this is the pre-show. We're gonna get started at 9 p.m. All right. We'll get started at 9 p.m. for sure. All right. All right. So y'all up here in this comments, cool, man. So we're gonna get in this retrograde thing. Monica, what's happening? What's going on, man? Let's get the thumbs up, man. We're gonna start at 9 o'clock. We're gonna talk about this upcoming retrograde, which is already in effect. Ricky Skill, hey bro, I was just thinking about you, man. Hey, Skills. Hey man. Hey, Skills. I got him. Hey, Skills. I got him locked and loaded, baby. Y'all can see that? I got him locked and loaded. But I can't start that new podcast until you give me Uncle Billy. You know what I mean? I was gonna hit you up, man. I need Uncle Billy. I gotta have him. You know what I mean? I just gotta have the other two, man, so I can get that joint rocking. That's where I'm gonna blow up at, because that's the truth, and that's what my real passion is. So let me know, man, when you can get those other two. K Money, what's happening? What's going on? Cheyenne B, what's good? Nikki Love 621. Nikki Love, how long we been rocking with each other? You've been around forever, girl. I want to say easy. Seem like easy, like 2010. 11? Seemed like 11 for sure. 10? Yep. See, I knew it was around that time. Damn, we got 11 years together. 11 years. That's dope, man. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. Sister Mawunetter, what's happening? What's going on? What's up? Yep. So we're gonna get started in 10 minutes. I just wanted to do a pre-show real fast. I gotta take these hats off, man. I'm actually kind of hot up in this joint. Excellent time to get your chart out. Go to astro.com. Astro.com. I'm gonna share my screen real fast and see what happened. Video file, share screen. Let me see what happened. Screen sharing is easiest with two monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Some screens let you share audio. Look for share audio checkbox. Let me see something. Interesting. And then I can share audio, but I'm not going to put on anything audio. But I'll do it just in case. And let me hit tab. Share. Bam. Can y'all see my screen? This is Homeboy's chart. This is Reese chart. Shout out to Lil Reese. I uploaded a video on YouTube on Lil Reese. But as you can see, Mars in the sky, although the date is for tomorrow, it's in the same vicinity of where it was when he was born. But let me see that. Can y'all be careful sharing screen audio? If you have a guest, they will hear themselves. Okay. Could y'all see my screen when that happened? I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Let me stop that. Could y'all see that chart real fast when I did that? Cheyenne says, so let me know what this retro was doing for my natal Venus in the 8th and Mercury 9th house, both in Gemini. That sounds like an old sex partner coming back. It could be like a reunion, some type of reunion. 8th house, joint finances, money related partnerships. 9th house is more of studying, going back and studying some information. So it could be a combination of those things. I like the 9th because it's more of a mental plane. The 3rd and the 9th house, which is symbolic for Gemini and Sagittarius, are symbolic for the mental axis in the chart. You know what I'm saying? So I see the 9th more of going back to study something that you have an interest in, if you want to finish it up, or you may not stay there long, and that's okay. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden you get this inspiration to pick up and start studying something. You know what I'm saying? 8th house, more finances. I would be careful with purchases for sure. Anytime retrograde is in effect and it has some type of relationship with the financial axis in the chart. And so, not that you can't purchase, but purchase the warranty for sure. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, something dealing with relationships as well. You know what I mean? All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Y'all can see. All right, we're going to get started in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Just wanted to do a quick pre-show. And then look, man, in the super chat, I'm not taking no more donations in the super chat. I'm not a fan of YouTube, Google ads, man. It's quite difficult. Like I can't see, and I haven't seen them dump the super chat money over into the Google ad account. So they ain't feeling it. So therefore, I'm going to promote my Cash App, which is the PI. PI stands for Prosperity Investment, man. Prosperity Investment Group. I may do a few readings for a quick donation while I pull up the chart so you can see what I see. You know what I'm saying? But here's the rules, and I'll say it again when we get started in 5 minutes. All right. The rules are, if you want to say, hey, I want to do the Cash App, I'll give you the green light to do it, because I don't want people flooding me and then I get off this thing and I owe you. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say, hey, you up next. You know what I mean? So like say Cheyenne say, yo, I'll Cash App you. Then I may say, all right, go ahead. And then she send it over. And I kind of would do like 1, 2 at a time, approve 2 people at a time in a sense. Because I don't like owing people. All right. Monica. Yes. Yep. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I wrote you know how they got a foreword in the book? I wrote an afterword. And the afterword of the book is, I'm just going to give you the subject. Did Snoop create 9/11? Y'all know where I'm going with it, with the whole New York video. You know what I'm saying? Go back and watch it and you tell me. You know what I'm saying? And so I wrote the final piece to it, pretty much the conclusion. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the plan. The foreword, we're waiting for the guy to write it, so I ain't gonna say who he is until we got it. But he said he'd do it. Y'all very well know him. You know what I mean? So I was like, Jew, we should get him to write it. And dude said he'd get down and do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, but yeah, that's the plan for sure. I may bring some of the other books too, man. Spiritual Wisdom for the 21st Century or something. May do a little something. You know what I mean? Or usually when I'm in that area, I always go to Stone Mountain. That's like a must. Like Stone Mountain is a must for me. And I walk Stone Mountain barefooted, and it hurts. Like I ain't like the white folks walking outside with no shoes and no shoes and socks on. That shit hurt. But when you go up Stone Mountain barefooted, there's a certain connection that's like surreal. I think Stone Mountain is the Allspark that's in Transformers. You know what I'm saying? That black cube that hit the earth type of thing. Like it don't belong right there, and it's weird. And it's an energetic current, man, that is just so dope every time I visit Stone Mountain, man. For real. Yeah. He did it. This gonna this gonna do it. This gonna put these cats on notice and this book, The Hip Hop Laws of Attraction. You know what I'm saying? This is the one. You know what I'm saying? That's how it closed out. But a question: did Snoop create 9/11? Because now the goal is you can see it in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, you can create what's called national phenomena. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. Yeah, man. So we get started in 2 minutes. Let me check my text messages real fast, man. And the Mercury retrograde is officially up in this motherfucker. I didn't already have to deal with 2 tires. My people just hit me up and like, I ran out of gas. You know what I'm saying? My son locked his keys in the car 2 times already. You know what I'm saying? Within like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I've seen people on flat tires already. Saw one today, saw one day before yesterday. Damn near in the exact same location. You know what I mean? Like I said today, my son was pulling up on me in my truck, and I was like, man, back up, because I hear this little clinking noise, and I thought I saw something. I did, and I saw a screw dead in my tire, man. And I had to go get that taken care of. So this Mercury retrograde it's real. And for those of you who know about it, it becomes even more real, because now what we call the quanti field wants to have an experience to play with you in order for you to start doing your homework on what's known as the law of correspondence, which is one of my favorite laws. And let me make a note of that, because I want to talk about that, and we're about to get ready for the intro coming up in a couple seconds. So hold on. The law of correspondence in your consciousness. All right. So it's 9 o'clock. Let's do this. All right. So do me a favor, please, everybody that is here, click the like button so we can just get the algorithm popping. I really want to study this thing and see if that's what it's about. So please click the like button for me. All right. So today's conversation is Mercury retrograde. There's a retrograde that is coming up at the very last day of the month. Okay. And which is Gemini, and it's going to last to June 21st. All right. Which is also Gemini. Now I'm going to tell you that the retrograde starts before and it lasts after that. In this craft of astrology, this is called the zone. Okay. And so I want to show you guys. Hey, what's up, Carla? I want to show you guys a report that I give people for only $19 a month. I don't even advertise this shit because I y'all know with me. I'm on something else, and I'm not necessarily on the astro thing. But for only $19.99 a month, a piece of a report that I'm about to show you. Oh, let me go get it so you can see what it look like. All right. Let me go back to screen share. Share the screen. Okay. Where are you? You're here. All right. So what this is telling me is on, let's say, May 29th at 24 degrees, Gemini, 43 seconds, Mercury went stationary retrograde, okay? And so what we have to understand is Mercury's going to retrograde all the way back to 16 degrees Aquarius. So I'm sorry, Gemini. So if you look at the very top where the pink arrow is on the left side that says 16 at the top, Mercury is at 16 degrees on May the 14th. So this was like 10 days ago. Mercury was at 16 degrees. Now, this is not the official retrograde at that time, but it is known as the zone because this is the area that Mercury is going to come back to when it does its retrograde. So on May the 14th, Mercury is at 16 degrees, and I call this like a car that's going to do a drive-by shooting on a block, but when it hits the block, he don't pull out the guns yet, he's scouting. So what happens is when Mercury gets all the way up to 24 degrees on May 29th, some it's maybe May 30th, then that's when Mercury is going to call what's called stationary retrograde, slap the car in reverse and pull out the pistols, and then go in reverse and start shooting everything from 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16 degrees, going all the way back. When it gets back to 16 degrees, which is June 22nd, everybody is going to be screaming Mercury is direct, but he's back at 16 degrees, which is the last house that is shot up. So now that the car is in drive on June 22nd, you don't know if he's going to come back and shoot those same houses up again. So he's still in the zone or still on the block, and then Mercury don't leave the block officially until July the 7th, when he gets past the initial point, far right, the initial point where it went retrograde. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So now I need to come back and kind of see you. Do that make sense? Do y'all understand that part? Let me know. Because if you don't, I try to explain it again. All right. You guys got to get this cosmic consciousness in a sense. Okay. So do y'all understand that part? Let me know. Talk to me. Put in the chat, yay, because I wanna move forward to something else. I'm gonna show you the retrograde and what's really happening as well. So put it in the chat for me. You understood what I just said. What up, Miss Love and Life? All right, Carlos. All right, so this is what's happening. All right, okay, all right. I love your name, David Vega. Vega is actually a pole star of the whole goddamn for our solar system. It's opposite Sirius. Nobody talks about that either. All right, but anyway, I'm going to explain it again. Mercury is going to, I'm going to go back to that screen share so you can see it, okay? All right. So what's going to happen, Carla, is around May 30th, 29th, everybody going to say, Mercury went retrograde today. Mercury went retrograde today. I am telling you that it's already in the zone. So what this chart is showing you, I want you to look at the far top left, Mercury in pink. It's a glyph right there where that arrow is, far top left. Mercury is at 16 degrees. And what's going to happen is Mercury got there 10 days ago on May the 14th. And then on May 29th, 30th, all the way at the top, far right at 24, look like 24 and a half, where you see SR, top right, that's when everybody is going to say, Mercury just went retrograde, everybody. It looked like it's going backwards. So now Mercury is going to look like it's traveling backwards from 24, 23, 22, and it's about to go all the way back down to 16. And that's going to be on June 22nd when Mercury appears to be at 16 degrees. So it's like, wait a minute, dude. You was at 24 degrees back in on late May. Now come late June, you have 16 degrees. You just went backwards. Okay? And then when Mercury gets backwards on June 22nd at 16 degrees, it's like Mercury puts the car on drive and then it says, okay, I'm ready to go forward again. Now, the zone is the amount of degrees that Mercury is going to retrograde. That's going to be from 24 degrees back down to 16 degrees. That's 8 degrees of Gemini energy. So if you got anything that's remotely close to 16 to 24 degrees Gemini, you have some planets in which Mercury is going to pretty much eclipse these locations in space. Okay? And so the analogy I use is, well, imagine a car hitting a block on May the 14th. And he drives all up the block real slow, looking at all these houses known as degrees. 16 degree, 17 Gemini lane, 18 Gemini lane, 19 Gemini lane, all the way up to 24 Gemini lane. When he gets to 24 Gemini lane, he puts the car in reverse and pull out the chopper and get ready to start shooting everything when he's going backwards. Now, everybody is screaming that retrograde starts when he puts the car in reverse and the pistols come out. I'm saying the retrograde starts as soon as he hits the block, i.e. what's known as the zone. Hold on one second. Y'all straight, bro? Yeah. They good? All right. Thank you. So that's known as the zone, okay? So that's what I was explaining in that sense. So Mercury starts the retrograde process really already because it's in the zone or on the block, okay? Now, let me backtrack a little bit because I said something earlier. I said the more that you become aware of your own consciousness and planetary phenomena, the laws, the motions, the energies that's associated with planets, the more the field will kick back and communicate with you because it's called the law of correspondence. Now, I said it was one of my favorite laws, but if you go look at the 7 Hermetic laws, okay, I'll do a screen share so y'all can pull it up if you've never seen it before. I'll pull it up right now. Hold on. So let's open up a window here. The 7 Hermetic principles. Okay, here we go. So you have the principle of mentalism, which is the mind. Then the second principle they tell you is correspondence. And then they tell you is vibration as the third, because all things must move. So they're talking about the mind. And then they say, well, then you need to learn how to measure the mind. How to give us a breakdown, some type of correspondence of what the mind is doing with the universal field, the planetary bodies, consciousness itself is doing. Then they said, okay, go into vibration because everything moves, everything oscillates. Then they say, okay, then study polarity. Interesting, because you have poles, a positive, a negative. Study rhythm. It's called tick tock, right? High and low. There's a swing. Then there's cause and effect. And then there's gender, known as what you would say male, female. Okay. But when you look at these laws closely, all of the laws below correspondence or after correspondence is really a certain aspect of correspondence. Because Correspondence is just more or less the title, but you have to choose how you're going to measure the field. So are you going to study vibration and get your answer? Is it within the polarity and get your answer? Is it within rhythm? And this is very interesting because this is where the cosmic game come in at, because of the rhythm, the cycles. Okay? Cause and effect, gender, all of those things, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender, all of those are different modes that really explains the law of correspondence. Okay? So to me, I like to simplify things. There's really only like two laws in a sense, mentalism and correspondence. But of course, those other laws, like I just said, are different aspects of correspondence and are absolutely real. I'm not trying to negate them or cancel them out whatsoever. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that's what I meant when I made that statement earlier. Okay. So now let's get into the juice. Okay. The juice of it is this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you a chart and then I'll show you in the sky, because you guys got to get into the universal diagram of our reality. The chart is static. It's 2D paper. And for some reason, I think, because I remember being in a position of not necessarily knowing, or when I'm looking at the chart, I'm not making a correspondence to space outside me, or not necessarily outside of me, but where I'm at, right? So in other words, let me show you. Okay, so let me go back to the screen share. All right, so this is, let's just hypothetically say, this is just a chart. It don't even matter who, okay? It's Lil Reese's birthday, but we don't know his time. But let's hypothetically say this chart is correct as far as this time goes. Well, what happens is Mercury is going to retrograde starting at 24 degrees Gemini. That's right here where this little cursor is in green, the Ankh with the arrows on top, or the horns on top of the head. So 24 Gemini is going to go back to 16 Gemini. That clearly shows it's going to be in its 8th house and back to its 7th house. That's what the chart looks like, 8th and 7th house. But you need to know that the 8th and 7th house is really a region in space. It's a direction, right? Just like you got the AC, it's ascending, what's coming up in the eastern sky. The DC, descending, is the western portion of the sky. The MC at the top is the southern portion of the sky. And the IC at the bottom is the northern portion of the sky. So if we look at the daily rotation of what appears to be the sun movement, but really it's the earth, but that's fine. If we look at what appears to be the sun's rotation, it rises in the morning in the east, and about 2 hours later, it's going to be over here. And that's called the 12th house, by the way. 2 hours later, it's going to be in the 11th house. The sun is starting to make its journey towards the south. In high noon, the sun is going to be in the south at midday. You notice you go to lunch at this time. And then the sun from the south starts to make its way to the western portion of the sky. Like for me right now, the sun is not out, but it's not dark yet. But it's in the western portion of the sky, okay? Which is over here, the 7th house, okay? And then you go west, and now west you start to travel north, okay? That's why people born at midnight or close to midnight with those 4th house energies, these people are naturally more, I'll be honest with you, intuitive and can tap into ancestral energies, people that are deceased, okay? Especially family members that's deceased, okay? Remember, Cinderella has to be home at midnight. The witching hour and all that stuff starts to get to cooking. And that's not nothing spooky. All that is saying is the earth is perfectly turned away from the sun at midnight, and therefore the magnetic field of the sun, the magnetic field of the earth where you're living, has no interference from the solar rays that's bombarding your atmosphere. Things grow at night. But if it's growing, which means it's moving, how is it sleeping? But it is sleeping. You catch that oxymoron? This whole place is filled with contradictions. And our job is to reconcile the differences, like the Kabbalion says. All truths are nothing but half truths, and all paradoxes can be reconciled. You're God and devil at the same time, in a nutshell. Okay. And so the sun starts the journey more over to, if you're born super early in the morning, like before sunrise, that's the northeast portion of the sky. And that's the second house. That's the money house. Y'all want to get into some cosmic feng shui? The western wall is your relationship wall. The southern wall, as in the Bagua dealing with the Chinese, that I agree with that. That's success and career. The northeast corner is the money section of the sky. So in your house, the northeast corner, that's where you can get busy. Notice when they build buildings, they usually lay the cornerstone in the northeast corner. Okay, that's the cornerstone of buildings. That's the money house, ladies and gentlemen. So the northeast corner of your house, that's where your money altar is. That may be where your financial vision board may be, or the southern wall. See, now you're starting to build your temple like those beautiful Egyptians that you admire, because they built things to mirror the heaven so they can activate these certain principles. Okay. So anyway, on the chart, it looks like this. I want you to make this note and never forget it. A house is nothing more than a direction in space. It's outside. You can see it. Okay. And I just went through them. All right. Let's move on, because this is where it gets juicy. All right. You're going to come over here to one of my favorite programs known as Stellarium. It is a free download, ladies and gents. Okay. All right. So what we're doing is we're looking at the planet Mercury, which we know. All right. Y'all see it? All right. So they're going to say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mercury's going to retrograde. And they're saying that this retrograde is going to happen like on the 29th to 30th. Okay. Well, let's look at Mercury on May the 15th. Mercury appears to be to the left of the sun. Yes? Yes, it is. All right. Let's zoom on in. All right. So let's just go up. Mercury's to the left, to the left. All right. Now they're going to say when we get close to what? The 29th to 30th, Mercury is going to start retrograde. Why are they saying this? Because if you look at it, Mercury is starting to look like it's going back towards the sun. So what are you doing, Mercury? Wait, you was just to the left of the sun, but now you're moving back towards the sun. And around June the 9th, the 10th, you're directly in alignment with the sun. So you just went backwards. From our observation, it appears that you're going backwards. And then they said to what? June 22nd. It stops. It goes direct, which is like the summer solstice, June 21st, 22nd, which is interesting as well. So now Mercury is to the right. Okay. So now it said, okay, now he's going direct. Okay. So everything is back normal until we get to the couple more months, and it's going to happen all over again. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what's really happening though. You know what's really happening here? Mercury is passing in between us on Earth and the sun. And when this happens, this cosmic crossing, technically the Earth is in perfect alignment with Mercury, but it's as if the waves of this planet can be felt. And trust me, it can. Okay? Because it's in motion, it's energy. It's waves of energy that comes and that you can feel it. And then, so what do they tell you? Well, usually on a Mercury retrograde, usually you need to back up your computer files, ladies and gentlemen. because it deals with what? It deals with for some reason, Mercury has this cosmic effect on technology waves. So back up your computer files. Mercury's in Gemini, which is at home in Gemini. So now its energy is heightened because each planet has a zodiac sign that it expresses itself and says, this is my home. Well, for Mercury is Gemini. So now it's a double Gemini effect. Communication issues, double check, triple check, try to have more patience, but double check on things. You just want to make sure you dotting your I's, crossing your T's, okay? Potential travel issues because Mercury represents short travels, okay? So you could have potential hiccups. So now this is the time to go get, I'm going to show you how this shit works, okay? I'm going to show you how this shit works. So this is what I'm saying. The field be talking to me. And it was so obvious that it was just like, duh, how did you miss it? So what was it? I take my truck in. Oh, took my truck in to the shop real fast, right? And they like, hey man, where's the lock to your rims? And I was like, man, it's in the truck. It's in the door. They're like, nah, I looked everywhere. And I'm like, man, it's in the door. Because I used to keep it on the overhead, but it'd be making noise. So I took it out and I put it in the door. So I know I didn't take the lock out. I wouldn't take the lock out because if I ever have an issue with the tire, why would I have it in the house? It don't make no sense for it not to be in the truck, right? So they let me come into the mechanic's garage, climb up on the bucket because my truck was up on the lift, climb on the bucket, get in the truck, and I'm looking, look all through the door. I can't find the freaking lock. And I'm like, bro, I don't know where the lock is. It was here, right? So he says, man, don't worry about it. I actually found one in his little, mechanic drawer thing. And he said, I'm going to leave this one in your door. I said, all right, cool. So he left it in the door. 2 days later, I swear to God, that lock, my lock, appeared in the door. Now I got 2 locks. Now I said, now ain't this some shit? I said, now I know I ain't crazy. Dude couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. And he left me a lock in the door. And now all of a sudden my lock is there. And I said, all right, so it's going to be something about this goddamn wheel. Something about wheels, right? So I ain't really paying no mind and shit because I'm like lock and like, so, whatever, right? So went to go pick up van. We just uploaded a video on our other channel, the Family Wealth Club. Go check out the other channel, subscribe, the Family Wealth Club, all right? I'm sorry, Black Family Wealth Club on YouTube, Black Family Wealth Club. So we go pick up my man from the airport. He get a rental car. They behind me. Me and my son going down the highway, and something go pop. But we still rolling. The van called me. He's like, bro, you got a flat. Get the fuck out of here. Pull over. Got a hole. And y'all say, I don't know if y'all seen my tires on my truck. I got the monster truck tires, right? And it looked like it looked like a bullet hole, right? It's crazy, right? I said, now this is interesting. I said, okay. Shit. I ain't got AAA. And then it dawned on me because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna go get a jack. I always have jacks. I don't mess with the wind up jacks. They corny. I don't get that. I always go get a jack. Like I ain't got time to be winding up now. If I'm on the road, I want to jack up, right? I always have jacks. Like it never fails. But I never went to get a jack because I just got this particular work truck, so I never got a jack. And I said, duh. The lock went missing and came back as a symbol to make sure that I prepare like I normally do for if you have a tire issue. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, well, but I had 2 locks in there. And like I said, today, my son pulled up in the truck and I was like, back up, go for it. I said, miss a screw. I see the screw. I hear it and I see it. And I had to go take the screw out. All right. So now don't donate through YouTube. I ain't messing with them right now. You can just hit the Cash App, the PI group, if you can. So this is my point. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to pay close attention to synchronicities. when y'all be seeing that 11 and stuff, it's two things. One, the field can be communicating to you, but you have to make it a two-way conversation for you to interject your thought, your wishes, and your desire into that moment. That's very important. Very important. Stop being selfish. Selfish meaning you don't want to give. If the field is 11:11 every time I look at the clock, then maybe you need to create an email called Jude 11:11. And then maybe you need to start doing things at this particular time on purpose and start creating duration meditations for 11 minutes or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Activate is the key. Activate. Okay, so just don't sit there and play defense with this stuff and be selfish. Engage the field. It's all a reflection of what? The first principle, the mind. Okay, so engage it, because it's nothing more than thoughts reverberating back to you to get us to grow. That's the key. All right, so let's get into some charts, man. Cash at me. It got to be not 1999. It got to be a dub. 2-0. Give me Andrew Jackson, who murdered the Native Americans. All right, give me a dub. 20, the PI group. But here, you gotta say it, and I want to pre-approve you. So if you're gonna say, hey, I put my hand up, let me say, yeah, go ahead. So put it in the chat. That way I don't owe anybody. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to get it done right here on the spot. So you got to be willing to be transparent, because I'm going to pull the chart up, and I'm only doing it so I can show you how I read and so you can see it. So the Cash App should be on the screen with the $ right there. The PI group. Okay. You should see it. All right. The PI group should be right there. It should be. All right. The PI group. Yeah. All right. So the PI group. Go ahead, Nikki Love, if you want to do it. I'm with you. I want to do it. If you want to do it. I got Nikki Love, Aurica, you two. My Pasha Angel. I could actually do 3. But y'all 3, go ahead. I'm with you, Nikki, Erica. All right. Oh, I got Cheyenne. Cheyenne, you cheater. All right. So Cheyenne, give me your I see you. You give me your birthday. I know you somewhere in Cancer, ain't you? I see you. Or you gonna hit me up? That's cool. Who is this? CAY. Who is CAY? Who is that? Hold on. I even gotta write that down. 128, 92, 103. 103 a.m. in Chicago. Open Cash App to approve or decline. All right, Alicia, I gotta approve or decline you in the code. All right, y'all stop right there. All right, because I got Cheyenne, I got somebody named Kay, I got Alicia, and I got Nicole L. So I got 4. So if y'all listening, hold off for me. All right, hold off. All right, so let me go to screen share. I got you, Cheyenne. I'm gonna knock you out first since you came in first. All right. So Cheyenne is 7688, 1:22 p.m. All right. So 7688. All right. I'm already on the 6. 76 1988. And what you at 1:22 p.m. So that's gonna put just like a 9th house sun or something, right? Depending on what time of year it is. We're gonna put you in the city of brotherly love. So I'm dealing with the retrograde. All right. And see, the thing is though, what if the retrograde is in opposition or creating harsh aspects. That's where the game is. So see, this is a natural. This is like, y'all see this? Like Mercury's at home for Cheyenne because she's born with Mercury at 23 degrees. The retrograde starts at 24 degrees. So this is like her personal Mercury retrograde. All right. So it's going to cross back over Venus. Well, it's going to stop close to Venus. So now this talks about communication and relationships potentially. All right. So, and it's in the ninth and eighth house. So, like I stated earlier, this is an excellent time to go back and learn something, picking up some information, potential travel issues if you're going short or long distance. But just make sure you got the spare tire. You got, you well equipped. All right. Don't do what my partner did today. I tried to make it to another gas station and now you out of gas. We got to come get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just want to be on top of all modes of transportation at this time. But I'm real eager to see if someone who you were in a relationship with, of that Venus factor, that love, romantic type of vibe, comes back within this particular period, or you try to rekindle some things with that. And then what happens is, it triggers this T square that you got, because you got Mars and Pisces right here. I don't like that. I don't like that square at all. And then you got Mercury in opposition to Uranus and Saturn. All right. So when Mercury's in opposite, see, Uranus is sudden accidents. Mars is also accidents. And your Mars and Uranus don't like each other. They beefing. Don't worry. I was born with that square too. And they're squaring off on your Mercury. Okay. And so it's a double accidental energy that's there. So please be careful in travel. Here's the key. Make sure that you have absolutely no anger. So if you ever been in the astral portion of what we do, then this is why I give you the code red that says, hey, simply make sure that you have no anger, no resentment towards anything. If you do, hurry up and communicate ASAP. Okay. Communicate early, get it off your chest early and whatnot. So be careful in travels. And then if you do something like rosary beads or psalms or visualization, far as gold light, purple light around your vehicle, Bible on a dash, open up to a certain thing that deals with protection, whatever you do for that, we should always be in those kind of vibes. So that one video I showed y'all, my keys are over there, but my key ring, it's a Hamza hand, and on the other side, it has a prayer for travelers. I keep that on deck. You understand what I'm saying? And I keep a Mars medallion on deck too. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm conscious and knowing what time it is, my job is to purposely take on the mental energy to direct the field of energy, because we're being bombarded by waves of energy. It's hitting your field. So our job is to communicate with our own field, boost up the field, and reconfigure that shit when it's the time to do that. Okay. All right. And so it's more of a travel thing and relationship orientated. Good luck. Have fun. I wouldn't necessarily make strong long-term commitments at this particular time. No, it's short term is short, but nothing long term. You know how they say Mercury retrogrades come and shit phase out, man. It do. It just naturally do, man. I don't know what it is, but just because that planet is traveling in between us and the sun, like, it creates this little short, passionate type of shit that fizzes out. All right. Nothing wrong with it. Enjoy it. Okay. All right. So hold on. I got to do this by the Cash App rules. I got to go to my, who is CAY? Who is that? I'm going to do you because you put your stuff in here for me. So 128.92. Hold on. I'm going to put you in here, and then I'm going to screen share because I want y'all to be able to learn this stuff, man. Free me up. 128.92, 103 a.m. Oh, you one of those. You one of them sun at the bottom of the chart tapping into that ancestral stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to screen share. Okay, so I got you at 128.92, 103 a.m. in Chicago. Bam. You're in the third house. Okay, cool. Oh, you having your Saturn return. Okay, that jumps out immediately. All right, so Mercury retrograde is way over here in the eighth house for you. Way, way, way over in the eighth house for you. And the good thing is you don't have no harsh aspects going to it. None like that. So, but still, it's Mercury in this retrograde. Eighth house, joint finances, sexual partners. It's going to stay all in your eighth house for you. So something dealing with finances could be the key. And let me see, where is that at? Okay, yeah, you good. Yeah, you're super good. Yeah, so something dealing with joint finances. Could be sexual partners because that's the eighth house as well. There could be some type of something being revealed or somebody's coming back in a sense as well. This is also the time too for you eighth housers, Cheyenne and this person here. Eighth house is sexual secrets, Mercury retrograde. You can get popped doing this one. So this is where you leave your computer open or your phone open and you cheat and somebody busts you. Oh Lord, ask me how I know those type of things. Okay, but like those things that like that's you know what I mean? Because it's miscommunication, and then eighth house is secrets and affairs. And now this is a miscommunication inside of that event. So now since it's Gemini communication, shit comes out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, watch it, man. Watch it. This is actually not the time. If it's affecting your eighth house, this ain't really the time to get down like that, for real, for real. Or like I said, it can be short lived. So just don't have no high expectations on it. I want to talk about your Saturn return though. You know, this is a time that represents, because look down here at the bottom, you see Saturn in green, and notice you got Saturn right here. So you're going through a Saturn return. This is an excellent time. You're about to be embarking on, you're almost 30. So it's time to grow up, be responsible, and most importantly, it's time to start focusing on success in which you want to put your physical work effort towards, because now is the time that things can crystallize and you can become very, very, very successful. Okay. The key here is if you're bull crapping and you're not putting your best foot forward, it's going to feel like life is karmic and I can't get anywhere. And it's because you didn't do anything. You know what I mean? And so now's the time to take serious reflection, make some adjustments, and level up, because it's cash out time right now. And it's an excellent time to really, honestly, when you get to these Saturn phases, you really should be making 7-year plans, because Saturn is on 7-year intervals. Okay. And so you really should be making a 7-year plan at this particular time in your life. Okay. All right. Okay, Erica, that's you. That's K. All right. So that's you. All right. Miss Alicia, where you at? Where's Alicia? Do I got Alicia? I gotta approve you, Alicia. All right, so I gotta approve you, Alicia. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna approve you. Miss Nikki Love 62169. We don't know the time, but that's all right. Girl, I seen you in one of these programs. I got so many Astro accounts. 621 1969. If we don't know the time, that's cool. So the city becomes irrelevant. Let me go to share my screen. Hey, I'm gonna share. Oh shit, you got Mercury and Gemini too, right? So the retrograde is going to start where Mercury is close to your sun, and then it's going to come back and not be too far from where it is. So it's just, I mean, it's just a double emphasis on communications, communications and travel. Excellent time for you, especially if you, all you guys who got this Gemini energy, all y'all had it, especially Cheyenne had it, and you, Nikki, got it. If you were ever thinking about writing something, communicating something, teaching something, a book or something, like, you really should do that shit. So now's a good time to finish unfinished projects. Like, you really should do it. And I dare say for you, Miss Love, and it don't matter if it's physical and or spiritual, but if it can be physical, this would be great, because I think this message, to a degree, is for you as far as a synchronistic moment. And let me share that moment. Let me go back and let me share real fast. If y'all look, I'm gonna share something, aspect that I see, and then this way y'all know how I get to this stuff. What I'm looking at here is, look at her moon. It's in Virgo, okay? But I know Virgo to Gemini is an issue. That's a square, okay? And so if you look at her Mercury, there's a red line going over to the moon in Virgo, and moon can represent mommy. So usually, majority of the time, is a woman, but sometimes it can pop up as dad too. It's because it's a parental energy. Okay, so my recommendation for this retrograde is this. Okay, besides writing something and putting some things out, if there is room for improvement in communication with your mother and or father, this is the time to use this retrograde to be able to do that. Okay. So I think my synchronistic moment with that was the other day. I asked my dad, did his dad tell him he loved him? And he stayed, down the street. Like, man, I can barely remember daddy saying he loved us, man. But sometimes a parent just show you they love you through taking care of you and stuff. So I was messing with him. I was like, man, tell me you love me. And so he started naming all the things he done for me. And that's acts of service, and that's fine. I recognize it. That's a 5 love language. That's his love language. He's talking about the acts he's done for me. Fine. And so later that day, we roll on him. Me and my son roll on him, and he's fixing this light bulb in his car because his tail light went out. Mercury retrograde shit. And he's like, okay, son, do me a favor, son. Run to the AutoZone and swap this out for me. I said, cool, no problem. And so I'm walking off. No, before I walk off, I said, but tell me you love me. Man, you still on that? Right. And so I said, yeah. So he says, man, all right, I love you. Then I said, well, give me a hug. So he's sitting down and he opens his arm. And I swear to God, I'm 44. This is my first time ever hearing my dad say he loved me, ever in my life. Do I know that? Absolutely, I know it because I know him. But have I heard that? No, I never heard that in 44 years of my life, right? And so we hug. I'm walking to the truck. And for some reason, we finished with the conversation. I'm walking off to the truck. He's sitting in the chair by his car. And he says, I love you. And I guess it was a moment for him to hit him again to make him have to say it again. You know what I'm saying? But he said something that day, is something like, and then, yeah, you never know, I may not be here long, and always, be quiet, and you gonna always be here. Be quiet. I don't want to hear that kind of talk. So if any of y'all have those kind of issues, you know what I'm saying? Something that needs to be addressed, or just, you got to say this stuff, because especially for you water energies, you Cancer type of girls, and you may have some water energy, and Nikki, you on the cusp. Depending on your time of birth, you may be a 0-degree Cancer, may not be a late Gemini. Energy is thoughts. All thoughts reside in the mind, and the mind, if they're chaotic thoughts, will start to produce stress chemicals in the body, will produce something called daughter cells, known as receptor sites. These receptor sites are designed to take in stress chemicals. And this is dangerous. The body loves you, and that's great, but it's dangerous because these cells, that strictly only feed off of stress chemicals, if you're not feeding them, they will send a signal up to your hypothalamus in your brain to get you to think about some shit that got you in trauma, so you can relive the shit mentally, just so your brain, the hypothalamus gland, can produce a stress chemical to go back down. This is called, look into this shit. It's called the HPA axis, and this is known as a negative feedback loop. Okay? HPA axis stands for hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal glands that sits on top of the kidneys. The adrenals get you going. Okay? They communicate, unbeknownst to us, in a negative way if we're doused with stress too much. Okay? All right. And so communicate. Please get it off you, because thoughts have to lodge themselves somewhere in your body. And for me, I used to have it'll lump up. If I ain't seeing shit right, and I ain't like something bothering me, and the person, the stress will pop up on my eye. You know what I'm saying? For me. And I always like to get this test, and we move on to the next person. This is what you got to really study. I want y'all to think about a zodiac sign that you had sexual relations with, and this person got on your motherfucking nerve. Okay? Now, I want you to see if the region of your body, or possibly their body dealing with your sign, because you may have got on their nerve, has had any tenderness. Aries is the head and blood. Taurus is the throat. Gemini is the arms and lungs. Cancer is the stomach and breast. Leo is the heart and spine. Virgo is the intestines. Libra is the kidneys. Scorpio is the sexual production organs, along with the excretion system. Sagittarius is sciatica, liver, knees or thighs rather. Capricorn, skin, teeth, bones, hair. Aquarius, ankles. Pisces, the feet. Okay. See, it could see your energy will show up if you the energy now goes into that person's body, and it has to find a home, and it usually will find a home based off the corresponding body system of that person's sign. Real shit. Think about it and see if it's true for you. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So I got those three taken care of. Oh, I said I was going to go to Cash App and approve. Who was that I got to approve? I got to approve Alicia or somebody, something like that. Hey, they said that I need to pay. No, they said I gotta pay you. Request $20. I think you sent me a payment request. I think you trying to get me, Alicia. You on some Mercury retrograde trying to get me for $20. I'm a little slow. That could happen. So I'll refer to my son here. What'd that say? Pay 20? So that means she asking me to pay her 20. I'm gonna pay her 20. I think you messed it up, Alicia. I think. But let me make sure I got this stuff right. Oh yeah, you requested 20. You gotta send 20. I'm messing with you. Ancestor Oracle. You gotta send 20. All right, I got you. All right, thank you. I got it. So when's your birthday? Malargo, the greatest period. What up? What's going on? I see you. Give me your birthday. Fi mu ah. Somebody give me a sign. Give me a sign if they showed up. If they showed up in you. Fi mu ah. It's just $20. And I pulled a chart up so you can learn this information for yourself, guys. And y'all can put it in the chat. A Smith, you can come through. All right, so 628. I need your time of birth and your city of birth. But I'm gonna put that in. Time and city, AM or PM. 6280. 6280. 6280. Come on, my internet's running slow now. This site couldn't be reached. 6280. Hold on, man. I think we made Astro crash. Hold on, man. Let me go to another site. I want to see something real fast. If it's the internet or is it just Astro? I don't know, man. Something going on. Man, what the hell? It say no internet. But my bars is there. Can y'all still hear me? There go Van. It's acting real crazy. But I still got bars. I turned my cellular data off and just on Wi-Fi. It still works. See, I can't get to Yahoo. I can't get to CNN. I can't get to nothing. All right, y'all can still hear me? Because for some reason I can't pull up nothing. Type something if you can still hear me. But I can't. I don't know, man. I'm not the spectrum. You can go to new sites. Man, I don't know. That's why I like Ethernet stuff. All right. Can y'all still hear me? All right, hold on. All right, you hear me? So I don't know, man. Something going on, but hold on. Let me pull up this other one. So where'd she go? Where ancestral? Where your time of birth go? All right. So you 620 Portland. So 6280. Hold on. I gotta sign in. Oh God, I'm on a MacBook. No. Hold on. I gotta use a freaking MacBook, y'all. Man, some bull crap. This thing working too. You know, I be having a problem scrolling down. You know, I be having. Give me a face. Scroll all the way down. All right. Hold on. 6280. Come on. I want to use my own computer. Hold on. Sorry about that. We're having some. Hey, look, me and him on the same. This computer on the same internet. Because it's nothing but wireless and mine's ain't working. And y'all can still hear me, which is weird. 1980, 6/2, 1980, 6:20 a.m. But I guess I can't screen share with you. Portland. You out there in the wild, wild west. Portland. LMNO. Portland, Oregon. Here we go. All right. Hold on. We almost there. Let me. Okay. Hold on. Ooh-wee. You at 12th house, Jimmy. All right. So more in the 12th house. So excellent time for you to definitely get into the meditative space. And that's Star Oracle. Miss Oracle, meditative space. So this is more of imagination, visualization, um, meditation, spirituality. Um, I mean, even with your name, dealing with the Oracle, if you're dealing with anything on the Oracle side of things, this is an excellent time where you're going to get some excellent communication and downloads, right? As we call it. Like it's going to be great. So really get in that zone of receiving. I'm a big fan of meditation simply because it allows you to get in what I call the feminine mode. The feminine mode allows you to receive. Imagination, I'm a fan of, but it's masculine because you're constantly projecting the image. What I like about the feminine form of meditation, and to the best of your ability of emptiness, what's happening is the oxygen via the slow breath is fueling more neurons, which are brain cells, and more super capacity is coming on to allow us to have what I call transcendental consciousness. The word psychic does nothing. It's just watered down to me. Transcendental consciousness is the key. Receiving information that transcends space and time. That's what's really happening. The retrograde for you and being a natural 12th house Gemini. You were born, because when you're born early in the morning like that, energy is in the eastern portion of the sky known as the 12th house. These people are super duper intuitive. So get on your oracle sciences that you already embrace via your name. Look for some communications. If you have anything that's unfinished, finish those things and publish those things. You probably got a great tarot system, a great form of divination system to share. This is time for you to get clarity on that and really follow through and push that out. Okay. So it's pretty dope. I like it. 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 Okay. All righty. All right. Fa. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at, Fa More? Did you come on? Send $20 to the Cash App. We at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna ride for a couple more minutes, and then I am dying to get over to one of the properties that we have because we put some solar lights out there, and I want to see how they look. Got some new plants and flowers, and you got the lights that can bounce off the house type of thing. So I want to go take a picture of it. So y'all got to hurry up. Of course. Hold on. I'm about to wrap up. Come. All right. So what you got? What you got? What you got? What you got for me? All right, y'all cool. Van, what it do? See, I can't see Van's picture. My Seji Haru, Delmar, what's up, man? This is bogus, man. I'm not feeling it. Bam! Now I'm back up and rolling. I'm rolling. That's so crazy. I want to refresh my page here, but I'm scared. But I'm back up and rolling. Cash App again. Miss Me, the PI group. It's right there on the screen. The PI group. Viva! Oh, stop playing. That's Miss Felicia Muhammad. The mighty MGT. Hold on. Let me look. I don't see nothing from you. Let me see. I don't have nothing from you. Oh, I see you. Hold on. Damn, I'm slipping. All right, don't nobody send me nothing else. All right, hold on. I got to get caught up here. All right. So I got an Ashley Smith here too. I got Malargo. I'm slipping. All right. Miss Loving Life, what's your name? What's your name on Cash App? I see you, Miss Muhammad. All right, so you gotta give me a birthday. I got April, but I ain't got your city though, April. You gotta give me a city. 4184. I'm gonna do April. Felicia, do me a favor. Drop 4184, 6:30 a.m. There go April right there. 6:30 a.m. I got that. What city are you born in? That's my niece's birthday, April 1st. Oh, April Fools, baby. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull up the chart. There you go, sir. I think I'm good. April 1. You was born April 1 and your name April. April 1, 84, 6:30. April 1, 1984, 6:30. And that was 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning. I need the city though. What city were you born in? I got you, Malargo. You next. I need April City. I need your city. Yeah. Hold on, homecoming, because I got to get caught up. I don't want to get off this thing. Old people readings. Miss Felicia Muhammad. Hold on. You are 3/18/71 at 12:35 p.m. in Chattanooga. That's where we beat Braxton Bragg at. They lost Chattanooga. Malargo, you up next. I need Dion City. Y'all see Dion City? Pensacola, Florida. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Pensacola. How you spell Pensacola? There we go. All right. We're gonna go to a screen share. All right. Here we go. Oh, I love you, April. I love you. You got some things close to my love factor there. All right, so the Mercury retrograde is going to start very close to your third house, right here, your third house cusp. And it's going the whole duration is going to be in your money house. Okay. So again, transportation, communication. If you got something that you wrote, you need to go ahead, pin it, get it done, get it out there, stop bull crapping. Make sure you're being safe in your travels. All right. For you, as you can see, Mercury's at the bottom in house number 2 in green right here. The whole retrograde is going to be right here, all in your second house. That is the house of finances. This is an easy read, okay? And it'd be in slight opposition in Uranus. So this is going to be all about finances because it's in the money house, okay? So my advice to you, April, is make sure that you are being a little bit more conservative with finances. Not that you haven't been. I'm just saying be conservative. You may want to rethink where you're going financially. This is an excellent window for you to really develop your financial plan and go over it and look at it real thoroughly. With Uranus over in opposition in the 8th, it can even get down to finances as it deals with legacies. You think about the legacy that you want to leave behind, and also some form of communication. It's an excellent time, honestly, for you to talk with your parents and or your loved one. If anybody has you as a beneficiary for insurance purposes, when they die, you get that money. This is an excellent time to really start talking about the estates of the family and your financial role inside of that. So good luck. I love those kind of conversations. They're really dope. And that's what it's about, taking care of that kind of business. So dotting your I's, crossing your T's, making sure that, this everything is just up to date and you're in the know. Okay. So that's what that is for you, Miss April. Finances. Keep me posted. All right. All right. So, hold on, I got one in front of you, Miss Muhammad, because Malargo, they did go first. Malargo 6:15. I sound like there's people that make a shirt in Philly. 12:07 a.m. in Houston. All right, we got a midnight baby on our hands. All right, Malargo, coming to you. June 15th. June 15th, 1988. 12:07 a.m. 12:07 a.m. in Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas. And I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, all right, y'all. So look, y'all see all this energy, and it's so funny that majority of everybody's Gemini too. So look, their sun is at 24 Gemini. In April, your Mercury retrograde is going to hit one of my favorite asteroids called Juno, which deals with love life. So there could be some type of communication of something backwards from the past or current going backwards or something dealing inside of love life as well. So keep your eyes open. But Malargo got all this Gemini energy, 24, Mercury's at 21, Venus is at 20, Juno's at 16, which is that asteroid that I just talked about. So Mercury retrograde is happening in your 4th house. Man, this is an excellent time to talk to family members. And truth be told, honestly, Malargo, you got that ancestral thing very strong. Very strong. Men and women, it's something of your lineage where people that could be deceased watch over you. Yeah, especially a woman as well. I can get clairaudient and tell you who it is. But there's a woman. Because look, I'm looking at the moon. The moon's in Cancer. That's the moon is at home in Cancer. So the moon rules family, matriarchal family, feminine lines. And then Cancer is the same energy. So now it's a double emphasis with this energy. And since it's at the bottom of the chart, then that's the area of space that deals with the exact same thing. And then it's a good, strong possibility you may pass this off to a child of yours if you have, especially a daughter, because the moon is technically in your 5th house. Strong. What I'm getting the most out of this one is strong ancestral communications and talk to your family members. You may have some opposition and a lot of family karma because Saturn way over here, all this red line going across is Saturn and Uranus. And Saturn deals with parental energy and it deals with karma. So there's some strong family karma that's there that will potentially, you will be the one that could absolutely break that particular yoke. Okay. And there's various ways that you can do that. And if these people are on the other side, and still you can still deal with that as well and whatnot. But yours is dealing with family. And then I'm also say that if there is some room for improvement when it pertains to family members, this is a great time to have a conversation with them. Like, say you beefing with mom, you ain't on the best of terms, right? Then this is an excellent time to, get it out in the open and address it. Because, like I said earlier, the worst thing that we can ever do is harbor negative emotions, because the thought form takes root inside of us and creates issues. And then all cells communicate energy. That's the real cell phone. And now your external, what we would call aura, it has a energetic invisible signature called a vibe. And this is why you be like, oh, I don't like the vibe or something about that person. It's an energy that you feel. Well, you're sending all signals, whether they suppressed down there in the dungeon of the mind, it don't matter. The signal is being emanated in the field. And what happens is the nature of the universe is very feminine in a sense. And this is why when you get into these esoteric schools of thought, Mother Earth, this place is known as the queen here. When you get into Kabbalah and understanding the earth plane, Shekinah and whatnot, because this is the place where things are birthed. Ideas become physical manifestations, which is a feminine attribute. You see what I'm saying? The invisible movement of thought is identical to masculine sperm, but the physical manifestation of the idea in the event itself is a feminine thing. Okay. And so whatever we're emanating subconsciously and unconsciously, when it interacts with the female akasha, the female universe that everybody's talking about, the universe, it has to give shape, form, fashion, and birth to a situation to have you reflect. So it's just imperative that you get it off you and out of you so you can progress and move on to better and greener pastures in your life. But have those conversations if you can relate to some type of what I would say karma, toughness, some stagnation that potentially may be there with in that parental line and whatnot. All right. All right, I'm going to my buddy Miss Muhammad. Hold on. All right, so 318. 1971, 12:35 p.m. 12:35 p.m. Good old Chattanooga. Chattanooga is beautiful. The way it sits up on those mountains. It's my favorite mountain system in the entire world. All right, so I'm gonna share. All right, so Gemini is all in your 12th. All right, and it's gonna hit. It's not gonna be too far from Juno as well. So I think this is an excellent time for you to delve inside of spiritual practices. Again, imaginations, meditation, hypnosis. It's all of those loftier, invisible type of vibes. But really connecting spiritually is the key. Since it's not too far from Juno, which represents a lover, then this is an excellent time for you and your partner to come together spiritually. The best way I see this when a partner's involved and you're dealing with 12th house stuff, just having this conversation the other day, it's important. Let me see something here. Make sure you ain't got no strong opposition. And maybe something dealing with female health and communication to your mom as well would be good, especially if there's ever a conflict. Would be good. But I was just having this conversation the other day. And how I got to mom, y'all, is because she got moon at 11 Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is opposite Gemini. Okay, so then since the retrograde to a degree is going to be in opposition at some point to this moon, then it's like, oh, okay, it's female opposition. And it also may mean you may be in conflict with a woman at work. So be careful with that. Miscommunications at work, conflict with a woman at work as well. Because the woman is the moon right here, in the sixth house is work. And then Mercury's way on the other side, which is in opposition. That's a woman in opposition to work. It's just 1 + 1 + 1. This stuff is the easiest stuff in the world once you understand it. Okay. But I think one of the best ways that we can do, best things that we can do as relationships, as lovers, is practice breathing together. Like if you sit back to back or facing each other, if you're more into, the romantic tantric aspect of it, but breathing exercises together, because that's how you're going to synchronize the wave of the heartbeat to get them on the same accord. Because remember, when you have waves going in the same direction, they become bigger. But when you have a wave going this direction and a wave going this direction, they crash into each other and cancel each other out. So in science, this is called constructive interference. This is when two waves are coming together, they highs and they low match, and they become bigger and stronger together. Destructive is the opposite. They're out of sync. Your high point is this person's low point, and y'all cancel each other out. So since the human being is a heartbeat, that means you literally got ups and downs in your own rhythm. Remember when we looked in the Hermetic laws earlier, we saw rhythm. We got our own rhythm going. That's the key. You have to get in rhythm. So for those of you, Cheyenne earlier, who kicked this whole thing off, as read number 1, those of you who have Mercury retrograde associated with Venus, associated with Juno, associated with 7th house, 8th house, which is partnerships and sex houses and stuff, you got to have this communication with your partner at this time, right? Because it's miscommunications is easily possible at this time. So it's your job to, me and Jew crack up all the time. We play games with this shit. And the game is, yo, that nigga Mars tried to get me, right? So we will externalize it, but we know it's a reflection of our own thoughts. But it's interesting because to a degree, sometimes you don't know how it's going to appear. The funny part is, since you know the timeline of the event beforehand, what's funny to us is when it try to manifest itself in the form of another human being, because that's the only way that it normally can do it. Another human being comes into the situation with this funny ass attitude or whatever the case may be, trying to trigger the negative emotion that represents the timeline that you in. It's your job at that particular point to make a decision on what you're going to do. Now, hey, I don't say it's not necessarily nothing wrong with, being a volcano, because this is a place where tornadoes kill kids in this place. Like, I ain't bump what you telling me. I'm telling you, the guy that you say is that nigga don't have no filter. Like, the nigga, like, hurricanes kill kids, according to this guy. Okay. And so when I look at that reality, to me, I understand that somewhere along the line, the ledger is being balanced in the grand scheme of things. My thing is this: if I don't wake up and naturally have the desire to be in the angry state of being, then I try my best at the moment of the event to be in control, because it's not in my conscious mind to want to be that particular way. Okay. This is where it's game time. This is the only time that it matters is when the game time is on and it's your turn to when when it's on and it's action, you got to perform. It's up to you at that particular point. Hold on, y'all, I got to check something. All right. Oh man, I thought you was rolling with me. Okay. All right. Let me check the cash app. Don't send me no more, y'all. Don't no more. No more. I got April. I got Felicia Muhammad. Ashley Shantae. Oh, Miss Love and Life sent 11. Amber Atkins for home. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. No more. Or I ain't gonna even say I owe you. I don't want to owe you. All right. So hold on. I got Noelle Florence. All right, where you at, Noelle Florence? I am going to need a city of birth and time of birth for Noelle. Miss Love and Life. Where you at, Miss Love and Life? Miss Love and Life. Oh, okay. I got you, Malargo. That's what's up. So you can relate to that. Miss Love and Life, 7/18/78. 7/18/78. 7/18/78. Miss Love and Life, I need your time of birth and your city of birth. Well, I'll wait for you. Noelle, I need your time of birth and city of birth. 8/13/73. And Miss Amber Atkins, I need your birthday, city of birth, and time of birth. I need all of that. Who is Miss Me? Who is Miss Me? I see Miss Me, but I don't know which one is you as Miss Me. Who is Miss Me? Noelle? Who is Miss Me? I'm going by the Cash App. Noelle, got you. All right, so Noelle is 2:40 a.m. in White Plains. Y'all enjoying this? Hey, man, this is some great information, man. This is shiznit. Do me a favor. Click the thumbs up for me. 8/13/73. I'm gonna start doing the Kevin Samuels. I ain't moving. I'll go on a break. I ain't reading shit. I ain't saying shit until I gangster my way into some more likes. I thought that was really ingenious. 8/13/73. 8/13/1973. 2:40 a.m. You're born at a very interesting time. White Plains, New York. No more Cash Apps, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to close it out. I got some business to take care of, if you don't mind. White Plains, New York. Where you at, White Plains, New York? All right, there we go. All right, so let's go to this share. Let's see if we can show me this shit again. All right. Busy. 12th house. 12th house like everybody else. But Mercury's gonna square your Virgo in the 4th house. So all spiritual stuff, Noelle. Really focus on meditation, pay attention to your dreams. The subject matters that have your interest, whether it be hypnosis, just things that really speak to your spiritual core. This is a good period where you can really just get some great insight. And if you dare have written subject matter on anything, poetry, anything, now's the time to really get into that and write and let it be your therapy. Mercury retrograde square in your Venus slight concerns me to a degree, where it just simply states that if you're in a relationship, there's a heightening chance that there could be a miscommunication with someone. It could be someone you work with, but I think it's coming off more with somebody because Venus is in the fourth, which is home, and then Venus represents marriage partner. So it could be a marriage partner in the home. You see what I'm saying? So making sure that everything is on the up and up. 12th house do represent the house of deception. So this could be someone deceiving someone. Extreme worst case scenario, things could be found out. But the high side of it is definitely more of, hey, babe, can we meditate or do something together? Whatever your spiritual cord is that empowers you or the both of you joining forces and being able to do that and developing, and everybody should do this anyway. I talked about this years ago. Develop a preemptive communication thing. Because see, ladies and gentlemen, Mercury is over here in the 12th house, and Venus is down here at the bottom in the 4th house. And the 4th house represents home. Venus represents marriage partners. That's how I'm getting to that particular conclusion. But everybody should have a preemptive pre-agreement when it comes to, if we have a conflict, how are we going to handle it? Because you're going to have a conflict. So how are you going to handle it becomes a question. So let's get an agreement beforehand, because, you know, it just speaks to the evolution. Why not? You know what I'm saying? All right. Homecoming harvest. You are, Opalika. Where's homecoming harvest at? But now I gotta go back and find your birthday. Oh, you 5/26/82. 5/26/82. 9:17 p.m. And what? Opalika? I ain't never heard of no Opalika, girl. What part backwoods you in? OPELIKA. All right, homecoming harvest. Now I think you're Amber on here, right? Is that true? Yes, that's you. All right, I got one more and we out of here. All right, but stay with me because I got some good news for you. All right, hold on. We're gonna do this 5/26. You got a birthday coming, so happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday, Gemini. May 26, 1982. She was born at 9:17 p.m. And she's born in Opelika, Opelika. That's Alabama. All right. So let me show y'all what I see. Woo-hoo. So she's born with Mercury retrograde. You're the first person tonight. You're born with Mercury retrograde in the 6th house. This is simple. All the energies right here in house number 6. Notice Mercury's here in black, but Mercury's also there in green because Mercury's in Gemini right now. All right. And so this is really, really, really easy. Mercury in the 6th house is dealing with work. It deals with workout and your health. So really revisit some things as it pertains to your health. If you know you could be working out and doing this, improving your health, now is the time to really take advantage and do it. Make sure that you're communicating and not taking shortcuts on your job, your day-to-day work, because there's miscommunications here, potentially. However, you have the benefit because you were born in a Mercury retrograde. Therefore, this groove is actually a tad bit reversed. This is home court advantage for you. While everybody else is kind of playing caution, this is a time where you actually could go. So I will give you the pass. I still say don't do nothing crazy at work. Like when I used to work at Value City or something, I used to go go to sleep. I just used to go to sleep. And but don't have nobody cover for you while you go to sleep type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's just miscommunications at work and things can easily get blown up. But this is time for you to really go hard and put your best foot forward in your day-to-day jobs. If you're an entrepreneur, I dare say this is a great time for you to be communicating some type of product or service. Because remember, Mercury wants to run the mouth and whatnot. And since it's in the 6th house, it deals with work. So now you need to be running your mouth. But just put your best foot forward as it pertains to your personal health and your day-to-day job, how you get your money. Okay. That's where it is for you. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, Belize and Bonita, you came in late. You got to hit the notification button, man. Subscribe, hit the notification button. All right. So hold on. I got to get Miss Loving Life. Where you at? Where you at, Miss Loving Life? Miss Loving Life. I didn't take care of you. Miss Loving Life. 7/18/78. I need a time in the city. Time in city gonna give me the houses. So I'm about to put you in. Hurry up and give me that information, girl, because you're the last one that I'm doing tonight. 7/18/78. Damn, Miss Loving Life, where you at? I need a city. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome. Belize and Bonita. You gotta, see your job getting on my nerve, Belize and Bonita. Now I'm just messing with you. Gotta have your jobby. Come on, Miss Loving Life, where you at? I need your birthday and time of, I need your city of birth and your time of birth. You always here. I don't mind owing you because I know you gonna show up. Oh, there go no clutter is possible. Miss Rita in the building. Come on, Miss Loving Life. All right, man. So listen up, man. The Mercury retrograde. I'm looking for you, Miss Loving Life. If you still here, I need your city of birth and time of birth. Mercury retrograde, simply as I showed earlier, go back, rewind it. The planet is simply passing in between us and the sun. It does create a ripple effect. The general term is beef up on communications, travel. You want to make sure that you cool. Spare tire, gas, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's, that you just got these taken care of and whatnot. Universal theme dealing with Gemini, something to say. Mercury, Jimmy, right? Something to say. So for me, it's going to be in my 12th. So what am I doing? I'm now talking about when last time y'all see me do a freaking 2-hour show, an hour and a half show on astrology. Y'all know I don't even be on this, right? Mercury retrograde. It's an excellent time to go ahead and talk about spirituality. You got the information. You actually the best in it. Bring your own angle for sure. Give back and share and whatnot. Rita, you came too late, man, but I got you. I got you. Not today though, but I got you because I gotta go. I'm doing late night real estate stuff, man. I'm about to get out of here and I'm about to go to a property. I'm gonna post a picture. But join my mailing list. If you're not on the mailing list, get on it. You can get to it. The Family Wealth Club. That's where I'm at these days. So you can go over there, just sign up for the mail list, man. We got a new video that we about to upload. We did upload a trailer, man. My man Van, he was just in here earlier. Shout out to Evan Clark, Mr. Van. Came through for the first time and was able to see. Y'all imagine this, man? Like, we bought a fourplex, and he's the majority partner, and he never seen it. We just seen the pictures. I sent him the pictures, and he's like, man, let's do it. And we did it. So he flew in town and it was able to see it for the first time in person. So that was like a really, 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 really good feeling. You know, that's dope. That's just where I'm at these days, man. I'm really having fun and having successfully figured out how to build wealth. And now it's not theory, it's actual practice, and you've done it. And then being able to kick back and give it back to you guys and make it work. Now, how do you marry this spiritual information that y'all know? Imagination, quantum, cosmos, you know what I'm saying? How do we marry that to a wealth vehicle and produce wealth for ourselves? And it's not that you have to make that your lifestyle, but being able to use something that will finance your lifestyle, that will totally finance your desires. Because I really love talking about politics and history. That's like really my passion. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, I think the viewpoint that me and you got on this shit is so unique, and I just believe it's the most accurate to say, man, this is how we can square this whole thing up. So how do we segue into that? Well, shit, you're gonna need some level of finances to do anything. So, I got to build the foundation, and that foundation for me has been real estate that's starting to finance everything else that we want to get into. So my job is to come back and share that information with you. If you're looking for that, our other YouTube channel is called Black Family Wealth Club. Okay, Black Family Wealth Club. Go over there right now, subscribe to it. If y'all need me, man, y'all know how to get me, man. I ain't hard to find. You can call me 267-403-4078, man. I appreciate everybody. Miss Levin Light, I was looking for you. I didn't see the last data, but I do got you. You know, you can call me, and we can make it, personal. I give it to you. 267-403-4078, man. I appreciate y'all. And I see you on the next vid. All right. Peace.